Welcome to the Teacher's Lounge, a podcast dedicated to providing real-life resources for early education professionals. The Teacher's Lounge is hosted by Noelle Dentino and Jessica Day. Together, they bring almost 50 years of combined experience in and out of the early education classroom, offering a wealth of knowledge and practical insights that you need now if you're in childcare. Whether you're a new assistant or making the leap from lead teacher to director, we have you covered. Join us as we delve into the unique challenges and opportunities of each role, sharing our experiences and expertise with practical tools to help you succeed. So, grab a cup of coffee or your favorite drink, and let's jump into the lounge.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Teacher's Lounge podcast. I am Jessica Day, and in this episode, we will be discussing effective communication and interaction between early education teachers and infants. These interactions play a pivotal role in nurturing a child's development during their formative years. We will also comprehensively explore the essential skills, strategies, and insights early education teachers need to foster positive relationships and engage with infants effectively. To effectively communicate and interact with infants in an early childhood education program, it is imperative for teachers to have a deep understanding of infant development. This foundational knowledge serves as the foundation upon which educators can build their teaching and interaction strategies. Infant development encompasses the remarkable journey from birth through the first few years of life, and it is marked by significant milestones that shape cognitive, social, and emotional growth. By delving into the nuances of infant development, ECE teachers can craft experiences that cater to the unique needs of each child and foster optimal learning and well-being. Infant development is a dynamic process, and it is characterized by distinct stages, each with its own set of milestones and achievements. As ECE teachers, it is crucial to familiarize ourselves with these stages, which can be broadly characterized into four key areas. First, physical development. This pertains to the baby's growth and maturation of their body and sensory organs, from reflexes in the earliest days to reaching and crawling as they grow. Understanding these physical developments helps teachers provide a safe and stimulating environment. Second, cognitive development. Cognitive development is the foundation of a child's ability to learn, think, and problem solve. This includes milestones like object permanence, memory development, or early language acquisition, all of which impact a teacher's approach to communication and teaching strategies. Third, social development. Infants begin to form attachments and relationships from the earliest days of life. Understanding the stages of social development, such as forming bonds with caregivers and developing trust, allows ECE teachers to create a nurturing and supportive atmosphere that encourages healthy social connections. Fourth, emotional development. This involves the recognition and expression of feelings. Infant emotions are primarily conveyed through nonverbal cues, and teachers need to be attuned to these signals to provide a responsive and comforting environment for emotional growth. Infant development is marked by specific milestones indicating a child's progress in these four areas. For instance, a child's first smile, first words, or first steps are all critical milestones. These milestones should not be seen as isolated events, but as parts of a continuum of development. They provide valuable insights into an infant's progress, but it is also important to remember each child is unique and may reach these milestones at their own pace. Understanding how to communicate with infants through nonverbal cues is an essential skill for educators. Infants may not have mastered the art of verbal expression, but they are remarkably adept at conveying their needs, emotions, and thoughts through nonverbal means. Early education teachers learn to decipher these cues, such as body language, facial expression, and touch, to ensure effective communication and meaningful connections with the youngest learners. Infants communicate a world of information without uttering a single word. Over time, teachers can become well trained, and with awareness, they can keenly observe an infant's body language. Are they relaxed, tense, or fidgety? What do their facial expressions reveal? Joy, curiosity, discomfort? And how do they respond to touch? Do they seek it for comfort or shy away when overwhelmed? By understanding these cues, educators can discern whether an infant is content, hungry, tired, or in need of comfort. Another key factor is that nonverbal communication is the foundation of effective interactions with infants. The more that an early education teacher becomes adept at reading the unspoken language of babies, creating a nurturing atmosphere where infants' nonverbal cues are not only understood, but valued. This skill not only ensures that infants' needs are met, also fosters the development of trust and emotional connections, setting the stage for a positive educational journey. For infants, every interaction is an opportunity for language development. Early educators are an essential component to helping to introduce the concept. Even simple conversations about daily activities can serve as building blocks for language skills. Narrating actions, describing objects, and engaging in gentle, encouraging conversation can all lay the foundation for a child's linguistic development. The tone and inflection of an educator's voice has a considerable influence in effective verbal communication. Educators can employ soothing and melodic tones to instill a feeling of comfort and security in their students. They also recognize that by varying their tone, they can effectively communicate enthusiasm, reassurance, or empathy, thus aiding young learners in associating emotions with language. Effective verbal communication with infants goes beyond the words themselves. It's about creating an environment where language acquisition and cognitive development flourish. Early educators can use their words and tone to inspire, comfort, and support infants on their language discovery journey, setting the stage for a lifetime of communicating and learning. This next section underscores the pivotal importance of cultivating a nurturing and responsive environment. Infants flourish when they experience security and care. Early educators wield the power to shape the classroom atmosphere through their demeanor, body language, and responses. The outcome is a classroom brimming with warmth, patience, and consistency, fostering a safe space for infants to explore, learn, and build trust. It is imperative to emphasize the significance of maintaining a warm and responsive environment. When early childhood education teachers exhibit patience, warmth, and consistency in their interactions with infants, they establish an atmosphere that ensures safety and support, critical for a child's cognitive and emotional development. Secure and cherished infants are more inclined to engage and explore, laying the foundation for a positive educational journey. Nonverbal communication serves as a vital link to connecting educators to infants, enabling understanding, response, and the formation of essential emotional connections. Nonverbal communication is the foundation of effective interaction with infants. Early education teachers become adept at reading the unspoken language of babies, creating a nurturing atmosphere where infants' nonverbal cues are not only understood, but also valued. This skill not only ensures that infants' needs are met, but also fosters the development of trust and emotional connections, setting the stage for a positive educational journey. Understanding nonverbal cues is like deciphering an intricate code that infants use to express their needs and emotions. When a baby smiles, they might be expressing joy, curiosity, or contentment. Conversely, when they become fussy or tense, it could indicate discomfort or a need for attention. Teachers trained to observe these cues can provide the appropriate responses to meet the infant's needs. This creates an environment where infants feel heard and understood, fostering trust and emotional bonds. While nonverbal communication forms a fundamental component of infant interaction, effective verbal communication is equally pivotal in an ECE program. Even though infants may not speak yet, they are absorbing language and the world around them at an astonishing rate. Early educators play a pivotal role in this journey. Using simple yet rich language is a powerful tool for teachers when engaging with infants. Narrating daily activities, describing objects, and gently conversing with infants serve as building blocks for language acquisition. These interactions not only build a foundation for linguistic skills, also stimulate cognitive development. The words and tone used by educators can convey emotions, ideas, and concepts, helping infants connect language to the world they are exploring. In addition to language development, responsive conversations are a key component of effective verbal communication. Encouraging infants to babble, coo, and respond to sounds and gestures allows them to practice communication in a safe and supportive environment. When teachers acknowledge and respond to these vocalizations, it not only encourages further attempts at communication, but also nurtures an infant's confidence and self-esteem. Nonverbal and effective verbal communication are essential skills for ECE teachers to connect with and support infants in their care. These skills empower educators to create an environment where infants feel understood, valued, and supportive, setting the stage for a solid foundation in communication, cognitive development, and emotional growth. To put these concepts into practical use in an ECE infant classroom, let's explore specific examples of how teachers can implement these strategies. Number 1, observe and respond. Observe an infant's body language and facial expressions to identify their needs. Respond promptly by picking up a crying infant to provide comfort or changing a diaper when needed. Number 2, narrate daily activities. While feeding an infant, talk to them about the food, the utensils, and the process. Describe diaper changes, explaining what you're doing to create a routine. Number 3, use gentle and soothing tones. Speak softly and use soothing tones when comforting a fussy infant. Sing lullabies or hum gently during nap time to create a calm atmosphere. Number 4, promote interaction. Set up a playmat with colorful toys and encourage infants to reach, touch, and explore. Provide opportunities for infants to engage in peekaboo games or gentle tickling. Number 5, implement responsive caregiving. Recognize when an infant needs to be held for comfort and provide cuddles. Adjust feeding schedules based on infants' cues of hunger. Number 6, create a consistent routine. Maintain a regular schedule for feeding, napping, and playtime. Use consistent verbal cues like, "It's time for nap," to prepare infants for transitions. Number 7, encourage exploration. Place colorful, textured, and safe toys within the reach for infants to explore. Create a sensory corner with soft objects, rattles, and mirrors for sensory stimulation. Number 8, foster secure attachments. Ensure that infants are held, rocked, and comforted when they need it. Establish eye contact and engage in loving interactions during bottle feeding or cuddle time. And number 9, facilitate peer interaction. Arrange play groups where infants can interact in a supervised and safe setting within the classroom. Encourage older infants to observe and imitate their peers during play. These specific strategies allow teachers to create a nurturing, stimulating, and responsive environment for infants, promoting their growth and development while fostering secure attachments and connections in the classroom. In an infant classroom, two passionate teachers, Haley and Janet, embarked on a transformative journey to implement these strategies they had recently discovered. These strategies aimed at creating a nurturing, stimulating, and responsive environment for the infants in their care began to change the dynamics of their classroom in remarkable ways. Haley and Janet first focused on nonverbal communication. They started observing the infant's body language and facial expressions with a fresh perspective. No longer were cries merely cries. They were now opportunities to understand what the children needed. The two educators responded to every cue, whether it was a hungry whimper or a need for comforting embrace. As a result, the infants began to feel more secure and trustful in the classroom. They seemed more content, and the classroom was filled with a sense of calm. Building upon the concept of effective verbal communication, Haley and Janet started narrating their daily activities to the infants. Diaper changes were no longer just practical routines, also opportunities for conversations. Now, I'm going to wipe you. This may be a little cold. Then we're going to put a fresh, dry diaper on you. They would explain while making eye contact and using a soothing tone. During feeding time, they described the taste of the food and the joy of nourishment, creating an engaging and educational atmosphere. Infants seemed to respond positively, displaying interest, increased curiosity, and attentiveness. As they continued to implement these strategies, the dynamics of the infant room began to shift. The infants, once restless and fussy, started to become more engaged and content. They seemed to enjoy exploring their environment, reaching for toys, and even making attempts to communicate through coos and babbling. Educators also introduced age-appropriate playgroups to encourage peer interaction. This allowed the infants to watch and learn from each other, building their social skills and forming bonds with their classmates. But perhaps the most noticeable transformation was the strong sense of security and attachment that developed between the infants and their caregivers. Haley and Janet understood that a secure attachment was the foundation for a positive educational experience. By providing cuddles, soothing words, and responsive care, they built strong emotional bonds with each infant. The babies were more eager to explore, knowing that they could always turn to their teachers for comfort and support. In this infant classroom, the impact of Haley and Janet's efforts were undeniable. The room buzzed with positive energy, warmth, and a profound sense of connection. Infants felt cherished and valued, and educators themselves reveled in the joy of watching their little charges grow and thrive. Haley and Janet's journey of implementing these strategies had not only transformed the classroom, but it also ignited a passion for providing the best possible start in the young lives they were shaping. By integrating these strategies into their daily practices, teachers can provide infants with a nurturing, stimulating, and responsive environment that fosters optimal growth and development. Building secure attachments, promoting language acquisition, and responding to each infant's unique needs is fundamental to ensuring a positive and enriching educational journey from the earliest stages of life. These efforts not only lay the foundation for a child's future learning, also create a warm and supportive atmosphere where infants can thrive and form lasting emotional connections. In the world of infant education, the impact of dedicated and knowledgeable educators cannot be underestimated. Thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to this podcast. We know how hard you work, and we appreciate your dedication to learning more about this profession and how to strengthen your skills as an early childhood educator. Be sure to join us again soon, and if you're looking for more ways to care for infants, refer to our show notes that have links to our free courses. Until next time, we're cheering you on.
And that brings us to the end of this episode of the Teacher's Lounge. We're so grateful for your time and hope you found our discussion helpful and inspiring. Remember, you are doing an amazing job in the field of early education, and we're here to support you every step of the way. Until next time, take care and we'll be back soon with more resources, insights, and inspirations to help you succeed. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on all our social medias to stay up to date on the latest happenings inside the lounge. Keep up the great work. We're cheering you on.